Well, look at that. Bam. New tires on the white truck. It's been needing that for a little while. Just finally got the chance to catch up. But this is cool. This is our two first trucks together. They're in the driveway all the time, but doesn't do it justice. Hey, what's up, guys? So as you may have seen in a more recent clip, I was trying to start up the truck and I was having some sort of issue. I think my starter might be going, but before I change my starter to try to save myself a couple bucks, I'm gonna change the, I thought it was neutral safety switch, but it's actually called a clutch ignition switch. So I've already disconnected it. I'll get up there and show you it. I might call it neutral safety switch because I think it's the same thing. But basically, I'm just going to try to bypass it for now. And if I bypass it and it works fine, I already ordered a proper sensor to come in off of carparts.com. So that should be in a couple days. Here is the plug. It's really similar. It's still two-prong, but it's not the right sensor fitting at all. So I figure at this point, I'm just gonna try to bypass it. And if I don't have this issue when it's bypassed, then it's definitely this this new piece I just got. But I'll probably just leave it bypassed if that's all it was, because you know, why go through any more issues with it? So all I have to literally do is just cut these two wires and put them together, and the truck should be completely fine to start whenever it needs to. So considering I shouldn't even have to put my foot on the clutch to start up the truck, just like the real Japanese vehicles. And we fire right up. I did order a new sensor, so I will be replacing that, but this is a good way to know if that was my issue or not. So I guess I'll just drive around for the next couple days, and if it just goes click one time, that's it. It means that's not my issue, and it was my starter. So just something to keep an idea of. Well, all right, guys. So I've started the thing up like 5, 6, 7 times, and no clicking. So I'm just gonna keep driving it for the next couple days, and if it doesn't click with that little bypassing in, then we know it was just a switch. And that's exactly why I wanted to do that first, because why change the starter, go through the trouble, the money, and then next thing you know, it wasn't that, and it was just a $20 sensor. So I don't know, figured it was just easier to start with the sensor. Last time I had a starter die, it just did nothing, and I mean, it was out of nowhere. So sounds like it starts healthy every time. So I think we're chilling. So some of you guys have been watching my videos. You'll know that we just recently changed the mirror in the black truck, and my toolbox is always a mess. So I'm actually going through it, and up here, you don't even know, this is a mountain of stuff. So I was cleaning it up, and I was like, hey, look at that. It's that missing piece we needed for the mirror. So I'm gonna go paint this up, and we're gonna go slap it on the truck. Well, this is a huge plus. We have this piece now. Literally found it in my toolbox while we're cleaning up, which is so sick. I knew I had another one. And all it literally does is just plops right up on there somehow. There we go. Oh, a little crooked. There we go. Great. Look at that. Finished look. Not bad. In the future, I'll look for another mirror without any abrasions up here. But, hey, just a cool little install. Fun to do. And we had the parts at home, so now I don't have to buy one. You know, I got to show you guys. We're and all this time, I didn't even know that car was there. It's so tucked away. Oh, that's so cool to see, but so sad at the same time. And right over here is this old school Amoco gas pump. Just cool to see, but I can't believe that car's over there. That was nuts. Early 50s GM car. Wow. Just to get a better look, I do think it's a Cadillac. Wow. Maybe about 57. I thought it was a Chevy. I mean, it's all GM, but I thought it was a Chevy because of the V in the back, but I think it's a 4-door 57. Could be wrong. Let me know. A little bit closer look. Yeah, that is a Cadillac all day. So cool. This is always a fun time getting the homies out to Camp Ellis over in Saco, Maine. This is our friend Ramy and Shaq's first time down here, and I'm excited. We'll have to cruise down here a little bit more in the summer. It's a pretty fun spot to hang. All right, guys, we're going to go for a quick little cruise over to run a couple errands. So I said I'd give you guys an update on the channel on the window cranks. Everybody was right. They do fall off. So we're going to hop in here now, and I do have the window crank here, and I have a solution of what I'm going to try. We're going to try a little, just a little bit of Loctite on the threads to try to hold it into place. But until then, we're going to fire this thing up. Always got to, and then put your key in, you know, one more of these. Good little. All right, now we're good. And always got to turn on the radio because I have my electric fans wired to the remote wire behind the radio. So once that power's on, we're good to go. And besides that quick little fix on the window cranks, my O2 sensor is supposed to be in Thursday. I would have added that in this video, but it won't be here until I've uploaded the video, so that's all right. But other than that, I'm really happy with the fitment of it still. And all right, I think we're good to go. Okay, so with that update, what I'm going to do now is we're just going to pull this thing apart, and I'm going to use a little bit of thread locker, and in between here, there's a little screw down in there that's going to get tightened. You can see that's loose in there, and usually I can just kind of pull it apart a little bit, but basically I'm just going to loosen everything up, just add a little bit of Loctite so I can get it free later, but just enough where it won't undo itself either. So just a couple drops. And just like that, we've gotten our Loctite in. Everything is all set now. So that was just a quick little update just to show you guys how things are going. Like legit basic thread locker. And I just put enough to where I can just break it off later when I need to. Just met this kid who picked up this really clean Lexus LS 400 UCF20. I love the color on this. And even the little details Lexus did, like in the pinstriping there, just so sick. Excited to see the progress this kid makes on this thing. So nasty. Alright guys, so we're out cruising around right now, running some errands. I just picked up some stuff that is really going to help out the channel. But I saw this back here. I think it's an old Nissan Sentra. And a couple years ago, this wouldn't have been so cool. But now I think this thing is super cool. Looks pretty clean. It's got the plate no salt, so I'm assuming he doesn't take it out in the winter. But wow, I love the little fog lights and stuff. This is cool. It's a little time capsule. I'm sure if you're watching this from out west, it's probably not as cool because a lot of these kinds of cars would have been scrapped or rotted away by now, but I think it's cool. Look at that, 300,000 mile plus club. That is nasty. Okay, you gotta consider for 300,000 miles. That's pretty clean, like a well taken care of car. Really similar wheel to like what the 95 hard bodies would have had, but just cool. It's cool to see. Well, all right, guys, we're out here now. This is the first clip I filmed with the new phone. Sorry, it's a little windy out here, so it's going to be a little hard to hear me. But we've gotten our new O2 sensor. This is the one I was talking about from the wideband sensor video. Every time I turn on the truck instantly leans out. So we're going to get under here now and disconnect the O2 sensor I just installed from AEM, see if we can get a refund or something on that, and plug in this new one and see if it works. Well, we've gotten a new O2 sensor up in there, and here's the old one. Guess we are running a little rich, it seems, or something, but still not enough to make the sensor do that. So now I'm going to lower this truck down and see if our wideband gauge works properly. Well, moment of truth kind of thing here. So we'll fire this up. It'll obviously cycle. It's going to be flashing for you guys. I don't know why. It's just the way these digital gauges are. But it's reading at a 14.4. I think it's supposed to lean out when your keys just turn. I could be wrong. But right now, it's already seeming like it's going to be reading a lot better. Yeah, so it's supposed to lean out while it's just on like that. But now we started the truck. If it leans right out, we definitely are facing some other issues. Yeah, already it's saying 11, 12. That's how the other sensor was reading in the beginning. We're just in idle. I'm not too sure what my idle should be, but already, like I said, 11, 12. It's showing green too, so I don't know. But already I'm happy to see that. So we're gonna go take it down the street and see how it goes. Also, this is gonna be a little bit of a later upload into today. Today is Thursday. I didn't get the clutch ignition switch, but I'm gonna add all that in here just because my truck has been fine. So if your truck is like clicking, but you don't think it's your starter, I don't know. It just didn't feel like it was gonna be my starter. Because the truck would start completely fine sometimes. Usually you would have like a sluggish starter or it would just straight out die. And the cool part about being stick is you can just push it and pop the clutch and start it up. But so realistically, in another video, maybe I'll show you how to throw that in there, but it's real simple. But if you're going through that issue, that's all. And yeah, already this is 10 times better. We're reading about a 12.8 right now in idle, and I'm sure it's just got to adjust still. But we're gonna rip it up and down the road. So we do now have a proper reading gauge. So when I'm on it, we're reading about 13, 14. anywhere in there. Higher RPMs, it reads closer to 14. But now we're in 4th gear. I let off the throttle. I start to just to cruise in 4th gear, slow incline. We're about 13. So yeah, I think the gauge is doing what it's supposed to. And if it dies out again and just keeps leaning out, then we're gonna go a little deeper into why. But I think we have the issue all figured out now. So to share, yeah, that gauge is reading great now. We're gonna go a little bit more into depth as I learn a little bit more about it and what those readings should really be. Like I said, I think 14.7 is like a target number, but you do need to set this up to set up your ECU. And in the next video, hopefully, coming up, we're going to be installing a Megasquirt ECU, and I'm gonna try to attempt to tune it myself. It might be a few part series, but I don't know, why not give it a try? We're gonna see how it goes. I just got a computer, so I'm going to go home and download that now. Well, all right, everybody, thank you so much for checking out today's video. I'm pretty excited that we figured out our wideband sensor. You know, we just did small stuff today, just a little bit of a filler video again, but did get some things done that were pretty important. So seriously, thank you all for your support. Thanks for watching the channel. I'm excited to have this new equipment to film with, and hopefully it's going to make a big difference. So thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.